So for today's workout, you're just going to need 2 light weights to make the exercises harder. If you don't want to make them harder, you could just use body weight. So we're going to start off with a warm-up. So we're going to start off with the hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. Starting off by dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the ribcage down, arching the back and looking up. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the ribcage down, arching the back and looking up. And then last time, rounding out the spine all the way, getting a nice stretch, looking down between the knees. And then coming to a neutral flat back, straighten out the right leg behind and the left arm in front. And then small circles with the arm and leg. Make sure the low back isn't arching, keeping the spine in neutral. And lower down. Left leg, right arm. And then small circles with the arm and leg, again keeping the low back neutral. And lower. Shifting the weight to the left, straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Focus on getting your balance here. Make sure the hips aren't lifting up. So you want to keep the hips parallel to the mat. Once you have your balance, you can try some small circles. And lower. Shift the weight to the right side, straighten out the left leg and the left arm. Same thing here. Focus on getting the hips neutral first. And then small circles once you have that. And lower down. Then we're going to dig the toes in underneath. Pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up. Then we're going to bring the right hand to the left shoulder. Make sure the hips aren't opening up, so keep the hips parallel to the mat. And then left hand to the right shoulder. And then alternating back and forth. 7 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And resting down. Then we're going to come into a high plank. So we're going to walk the feet back, just like this. Make sure that the hips aren't hiking up or dropping down, so your back is nice and straight. Then we're going to lift up the right foot and hold. And lower on the left foot. And the right. And the left. One more on the right. One more on the left. Rest the knees down. Bring the knees apart nice and wide. Sit back onto the heels. Curl the fingers forward. Into child's pose. And then down into a cobra. Lifting the chest up. Stretching out the low back. And then we're going to come into our backs. And we're going to grab the 2 light weights if you want to make the next few harder. So onto your back. We're going to imprint the spine. So make sure the low back is pressed down into the mat, that there's no gap under. Bring the legs into tabletop. Tap the right foot down, back to tabletop, and then the left foot. So if you want to make this harder, hold the 2 weights just up in front. So alternating back and forth. Don't let the low back lift. Gradually tapping further away. Keeping the spine imprinted. And then squeeze the 2 legs together, tapping both feet down. Keep holding the weights up. Hug the shoulders back. Make sure that they're not rounding, so pulling them back. And now to make it a bit harder, as you tap down, reach the arms back. Good. A little bit harder for the upper abdominals. Make sure the rib cage doesn't flare. You can reach back as far as you want. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, And last one. And resting down, put the weights to the side. Then we're going to do a couple of bridges. So we're going to just bring the feet down on the mat. Arms down by your side. Imprint the spine, lift the hips up. And lower down. Imprint and lift. And lower. Imprint and lift. And lower. Good. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Keep the hips up. Bring the right leg into tabletop. And lower. Keep the hips up. Left leg. Right leg. Left. So now we're combining toe taps and glute bridge. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And resting down. You can grab a quick drink if you want. Just move this down a little bit. So it's easier to see me. We're going to come back into a bridge. We're going to bring the right leg into tabletop. Imprint the spine, lift the hips up, straighten up the right leg, and then lower and lift. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can. Good. Don't let the right hip drop. 4 more. 2, and 1. Keep the hips up, straighten up the left leg, same thing on the left. So you're just going in line with the right leg and then back up. Good, 6 more. 4, 2, and 1. Rest the hips down, bend the knee. To make the next one harder, we can grab one of the weights. Straighten the legs up, chin to the chest, rolling forward, reaching up towards the ankles, and back down. Really reaching up every time. Good, 6 more. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can. 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs up, small kicks. Keep the shoulders pinched back. Good, keep reaching up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting down. Put the weight to the side. Have a sip of water if you need one. You're going to bring the legs into tabletop. If you have a light weight, you can put it between the knees. We're going to put the hands to the side of the head. Chin to the chest, rolling forward. Elbows and knees in together. Knees and elbows apart. In together and apart. You can also use a small towel. Something to squeeze onto. Keep the chin to the chest. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Grab the weight. Rest the feet down. Bring the legs in the tabletop. Straighten up the right leg. Big circles with the right leg. Keeping the left leg in tabletop. Gradually make the circles bigger, more oval shaped. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left. Small circles with the left. Gradually make them bigger. And bend the left leg, rest the feet down. Legs in the tabletop, straighten the legs up. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can. Lower them down and lift back up. Keep the spine imprinted. If you want to go lower, that's okay, as long as the spine is pressed into the mat. Good, 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. And bend the knees. Rest the feet down. Then we're going to come onto our side. So back lined up at the back of the mat. If you want to go all the way down for these, you can. I'm going to keep one knee bent. Elbow directly under the shoulders. Body in a straight line. Lift the hips up nice and high. And lower. Lift and lower. If you want to make this even harder, grab one of the weights. Hold it straight up. Make sure your arms in a straight line, so don't let the weight go above your head or out here. So keep it straight up. 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the hips up, lift the leg and lower, keep the weight up there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep the leg up, small pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, put the weight to the side. Hips up nice and high, top leg up 2 inches, big circles forward, staying in front of the body. Five more, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch directions, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. We're going to switch over to the other side. Nice and sweaty now. Bending the bottom knee. Elbow under the shoulder. Hips up nice and high. Grabbing hold of a weight if you'd like. And lower. And lift. Lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the hips up, top leg up. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it up, small pulses. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down, weight to the side. 2 more here on the side. Hips up nice and high, top leg up. Big circles forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch directions. Last one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. And then we're going to come onto our stomach for a few. These are really good for the low back, especially if you have any disc problems. So we're going to just rest the forehead on our hands. Press the hips into the mat. Lift the upper body up. Small pulses with the right leg. Keep the upper body up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg. 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs together. Squeeze them together. Keep the upper body up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little flutter kicks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, apart and together. Keep the upper body up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. If you want to make this harder, grab a weight in each hand. Arms down by your side. Chin tucked in. Lift the upper body up. Twist the thumbs back. Pinch the shoulders together. And lower. Lifting up. Twist and pinch. Lifting up. Twist and pinch. 6 more. Keep the legs heavy on the mat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Hands under the shoulders. Legs together. Push the hips into the mat. Peel the upper body off the mat. Looking up. And lower. One more time. Pressing back into the knees. Into child's pose. Crawling the fingers forward. Thread the right hand underneath the left arm. And then lean to the right side to stretch out the right shoulder. And then switch. Good, and then we're going to come onto our back and finish off with a few stretches. So, starting off by bringing the right knee into the chest, shoulders are relaxed, chin is tucked in. Right knee across the body, right arm out to the side. Back to the center, switching over, the left knee in. And then, bringing the left knee across the body, left arm out to the side. Trying to keep that shoulder flat down on the mat. Then back into the center, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Grab behind the left thigh, pull the knee in nice and tight. And then straightening up the left leg, bringing the left hamstring into it. So we're getting the right glute and the left hamstring with this, both at the same time. Switching over. Grabbing behind the right leg, feeling it on the left side. And then straightening up the right leg to get the right hamstring. And then we'll finish off with the hip flexors. So we'll bring the right knee down, left leg up in front. So really important here, you don't want the low back to be arched, you want it to be imprinted, so tucking the hips under. Keep that imprint as you lean forward, so really important because the hip flexor starts in your back, the psoas, and then comes down across into the front, so we're stretching the right hip here. Leaning forward till you feel that down the front of the right leg, and then reaching across with the right arm. Back to the center, switching over, left knee down, right leg up, and then imprinting that spine, so none of this. Tuck the hips under, imprint, leaning forward, and reaching across with that left arm. Feeling this all down the left side here. And then back to the center, and then we'll finish there.